Hi ladies! Good afternoon! I'm going to give us just a minute, but I'm not going to wait too long because I really do think about, I get on here and I think about all these ladies in the future that are going to be added onto our team, and they don't want to sit here for 7 minutes and watch me wait for people to get on. So I'm not going to wait for too long, just a couple more seconds. And then I'm going to be going over Facebook and in-home party/demos. I'm really not going to wait too long. Like this? Kiss for a cause. I thought it would match my shirt better, but it just makes it look a little more pink because of this. When in reality, it's got a little bit of a purple-like tint to it, but I kind of like it. Alright, so I'm just going to start. So I wanted to talk to you guys about Facebook and in-home parties because they're really, really important. And my biggest tip for you is to try to book parties right out the gate. Just like, talk to your best friend, talk to your sisters, talk to the people that you know, and just say, listen, I'm starting this business, and would you mind helping to do, a party at your house, and then just inviting a few friends. And I think a lot of people, your friends, the people who love you, are going to be willing to do that for you. So that's a really, really good way to get started, like right out the gate, is to kind of convince your family and friends to help you with it. But just like recruiting, doing parties right out the gate is an amazing way to get your business started off on the right foot, to get your income going the way you want it to, and to really boost your sales, make you more contacts, and make your business just like fly right out the door, which is what we all want. Like, we don't want to be hanging out in 6 months and being like, why isn't my business growing, and it having be because we didn't start to do parties. So I really, really suggest that you start to do it right out the gate. The average sales for a party is about $500. Sometimes you'll get more, sometimes you'll get less. Sometimes the party will be a giant flop and you'll get nothing at all. And I just would say, do not get discouraged, because everyone has experienced that. Everyone from our crown princess all the way down to me has had a party where you put a lot of time and effort into it and it turns up just as a flop. And that doesn't say anything about you, anything about your business, anything about how that is working out. Just sometimes parties just don't work. It's just not a good day, it's not a good week, it's not, all these, maybe they have other people that they're already buying lip scents from. Like, you really don't know, but it's not a personal thing. I wouldn't hold on to it and then get really discouraged and frustrated, because just that party may not work out, but your next one, you may get $1,000 in sales. So I always say, just keep going. Don't get discouraged. Just keep trying. Just keep staying positive and going ahead and doing more, because that's what's going to be a benefit to you and your business in the long run. Doing parties is a really, really good habit to get into, whether you're just starting out or whether you're a little bit more seasoned, because they are a really good tool to get sales, to get a good amount of sales in a small amount of time, to get a little bit more generated interest into your group and into your business, and then to also get contacts, which could eventually turn into recruits, people on your downline, and maybe that downline turns into a crown princess. Like, you really just never know the potential that these parties could have on your business, which is a giant reason why I'm saying, do it now and don't quit, kind of a thing, because it's an amazing, amazing thing. As far as the hostess rewards go, because every time I've gotten someone to do it, it's been because they want the hostess rewards, because they love lip scents and they want to get the rewards from the party. The company has, I guess you could say, a company approved hostess reward system, which I'm going to talk about just really quickly. But if you don't like this and you want to do something a little bit different for your business, that is totally fine. There are some guidelines I'm going to talk to you about. I can't right now, honey. I'm working. Can you check my heartbeat when I'm done talking to my friends?
Okay.
Thanks, honey. So in the beauty book on page 38, it talks about the hostess rewards and what the company encourages you to do. And what that is anywhere from $1 to $300, the hostess gets 10% off. From 301 to 600, they get 20, and from 601 and more, they get 30%. And then down here it says they get an additional 5% off for each person that books a party off of their party. And then to give them like a thank you gift for hosting the party as well. So, I'm just going to tell you what I do. What I do is you get a free lip sense color for booking the party. And like I said before, you do not have to do this. I think the thing about it is you cannot do more than 30%. Because as a distributor, you only get 20 to 50%. So if you're giving her, more than 30% off on that party, you want to be really, really careful. As far as the additional, like for every person who books, they get an additional 5%. That is totally up to you. And that may be exactly what someone needs to encourage them to do a party. But what I do a free lip sense party, which is kind of like my thank you gift for doing a party. I do not a free lip sense party. A free lip sense color for doing the party. And then from 1 to 300, it's 20% off. And then from 300 to $5.99, I think I do like the 20% off, and then from 600 and above you get 30% off. So and then for what I do instead of adding an additional percent is if there are 2 girls at the party that book a party from that, then the hostess gets a free gloss. And I always tell people, like, you get a free color, you get a free lip sense color, and you can earn a free gloss, and then you get up to 30% off of anything else that you want. So there really are a lot of really good benefits for the hostess in doing a party. I would also encourage you to do maybe some hostess coaching kind of along the way. Help her get involved. Encourage her to get involved in the party and to help her friends kind of like get involved also. I always say when it's a Facebook party, I say, would you feel comfortable going live and just welcoming everybody and explaining why you decided to do a party and what we're doing here and how much you love lip sense? And maybe if they're not comfortable going live, maybe they can just do a post. Because if you're being honest, these people in this party with this chick don't care about you. They don't know you. They don't have any pull to you. They don't have any emotional connection to you. You mean nothing to them. So if she can get involved, this girl that they love, that they have feelings for, that they want to help her meet her goals. If she can say, hey guys, welcome to the party, this is why I did it. I was told about the hostess rewards, and I'm really, really hoping that we can reach $600 in sales so I can get my 30% off. And, and then if she is to go through and tag girls in colors that she thinks would really look good on them, or while they're at the party, if she's like, oh my gosh, that looks really good on you, you have to get it. If she's involved and she's encouraging them to buy and enjoy the product and she's having fun, they're going to have fun and they're going to feel better about buying. If she's just sitting there quietly in the corner and letting you do everything, her friends are not going to be as involved as if she was involved, if that makes sense. So definitely offer her those hostess rewards because that's a really good way to pull her in. But I would also do some hostess coaching because she will get more benefits from it and you will get more sales, and it will just be better for everybody in the long run if you could do that and help her with that. Another really good way to get people to come and participate in the party is to do incentives. You can do things like door prizes, where it's like the first 5 girls who come to the party get something for free, and it can, just be something from the dollar store that's kind of nice and fun and things people will want. You can do drawings in your parties. You can do that at home and on Facebook party. You could say everyone who does more than $75 in sales will get put into a drawing for a free collection or lip sense color, or everyone who shares this live video on their personal feed will get put into a drawing for a free lip sense color. Or I do a selfie giveaway, so I do a post about it and I talk about how participation is key in Facebook parties. And if they take a selfie and tell us how they know the hostess, then they get put into a drawing for a prize. So it's just like little things like that. You can do participation points where for everything that they do in the group, they get certain points that add up, and whoever gets the most participation points at the end of the party gets something. I know a lot of people that really enjoy that and they love that. For me, it felt really complicated. I had a really hard time keeping track of everybody, and some people let other people like keep track of their points, and then when they came back and reported it, they would just go through and make sure that they'd done everything that they said they did, which can work for you. But for me, it felt complicated, so I decided to not do the participation points. But if you want to do that, then try it. At least try it for one party and see if it works for you, and if you think it will, work for you in the future. There's no harm in trying anything out. You can do a booking basket. So at your party, you can just have a basket full of really fun goodies that people will want to have. And if a girl books a party with you, she gets to have something, not only does she get the hostess rewards from that party, but she can pick something out of the booking basket and take it home with her that day. Those kinds of things will kind of give people incentives to get involved, to do parties, to come to parties, to participate. Like, those things can be really, really good through your party. I am going to talk a little bit about in-home parties and then Facebook parties and how they kind of are different, how you would maybe have to handle it a little bit differently, and how maybe it would go, tips for to make it going smoothly and things like that. I'm going to go through one and then I'll go through the other, and then I'm just going to give you some like general tips at the very end, and then I think that'll be it. But I was going to say something, but I'm going to wait. As far as in-home parties go, a really, really, really big party would be like 7 to 10 girls. If you have more than 10 girls who are coming to an in-home party, you will need help. You will need another distributor there with you that you can, divide the sales with, or maybe your sister or your best friend can come and help you out. Because if you have more than 10 girls, it's going to get a little crazy. Even 10 girls, I think, would probably get a little crazy, and you might want some help. So make sure you know how many people have RSVP'd to come to the party, how many you're expecting to be there, and make sure that you are going to have help if you're going to need it. But even if you are doing a party, you're doing an in-home demo is what I call them, because parties kind of is a scary word now in the world. If you ask someone to host a party for you, they feel like it's going to be a big thing and they're going to have to buy all their friends and it's going to be a huge, extravaganza. And it's really not. Like, it's just a low-key, super easy, come try on lip sense and see if you like it kind of a thing. So I've gotten more used to calling them demos. But if you decide to do a demo and you go to this girl's house and it's just her, or just one of her, one or two or three of her friends, and it's just really small, that is great too. Take it as a win, celebrate the small things, because that's going to make a big difference in your business. So I'm going to tell you just a little bit about how I do my in-home parties. I encourage the hostess to welcome everybody to the party. Like, they come in, they're eating snacks, they're doing stuff, they're looking around, and I just say, like, if you're comfortable, would you mind just welcoming everybody to the party and letting them know why we're here and what we're doing and why you want to do that. So I have her welcome everybody, and then when I get up, I introduce myself. I tell a little bit about me, just super easy, fast, like, this is who I am in really simple terms. I tell them my Senna story, how I got into this business and how much I love it. And then I kind of go through the beauty book with them. I make sure each girl has her own beauty book to look at, and I go through and I talk to her about the products, especially the products that I have with me at the party, the products other than lip sense. So if you've got a bunch of color correcting tinted moisturizer that you want to sell, make sure that you talk about that at that party. Go through the other products, go through the beauty book, just really simply. You don't want to overwhelm people. You don't want to bore people. Just super simple, easy. Hey, we've got this and this is what it's great for. I love this product. I think everyone should try it. Let me know if you want to. I've got a tester here. That kind of thing will make a really big difference, especially in an in-home party. Then you would tell them about lip sense. Tell them what it is, how it works, how to apply it. then show them how to apply it. You don't want to just tell them how to apply it and let them run loose with it, because Lip Sense is not like any other lipstick. So you have to kind of tell them how and then show them how, so that they know what they're doing. So tell them about it, show them how to apply it, and maybe do some tests like the smudge proof and the, a drinking test, that kind of thing, if you want to. And then tell them about the price of a collection and how much it costs. And when you do that, do it with confidence. Do not be like, oh yeah, Lip Sense collection is like $55, and I know that's a lot of money, and I know that you maybe don't want to buy it right now because it's so much money. No, girl, you do not want to do that. If you are going in with something and you believe in this product, you are selling this product because you love it and you want to sell it like you love it. So you go in and you're like, yeah, so you get a color of your choice, you get a gloss, which is amazing, and you get an oops remover for $55, and it's an amazing product, and it's worth every penny. I always try to do the feel, felt, found method, so I totally understand how you feel hearing that price. I felt the same way, but as I used the product, I found that it did this and this and this for me, and it was totally worth the money. That kind of thing helps people not just feel like you're trying to steal their money. You're not just selling them something that's not worth the money. Like, you are selling them this product and it is worth every penny, and you want them to know that right out the gate, and you want to be confident and you want to be sure about that price. But the feel, felt, found can really, really help with them to be able to kind of like, what's the word? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Make them feel more comfortable with you. And it lets them know that you understand that $55 is not just chump change for anybody. So go over the prices, and then I always use the price to kind of flow right into the Hostess Rewards. I'm like, listen, if this is something you want to try and you're worried about spending $55 right now, a really, really good way to get a discount is to host a party. Then I talk about the Hostess Rewards, and then I say, but you know what? If you try this today and you are in love with it, it's $55, the same price as a collection. To sign up to be a distributor, you get all these discounts. There's no monthly sales requirements, and you tell them the benefits of being a distributor, and hope one of them signs up. Don't hide that from people. You want to spread the word. You want to share that. So I always use the price to kind of go right into hosting a party and joining our team, kind of a thing. But I never say join my team. I tell them the benefits of being a distributor, because then it's not so selfish. Like, it's not so grabby. It's not about you. You're telling them, listen, if $55 is a lot for you, here is this really, really awesome way that you can get all these benefits from being a distributor and make some extra money on the side. So you want them to know that you're thinking about them, that it's a benefit for them if they become a distributor, because it really isn't about you, ever. So after you would go over all of that, I have index cards with some pens, and I have the girls go through and they choose 3 to 5 colors and write it down on an index card. They're 3 to 5 top colors. They write it down, then we swatch them out on their hand in order of the colors that they wrote down. I swatch them out on their hand, and then they pick one to put on their lips. Because if they put on more than one, and then you have to try to figure out how to scrub that off, and then they put on another one and they scrub it off, their lips are going to get so raw, and that alcohol tingly feeling that you tell them about when you talk about Lip Sense is not going to be a tingle, it's going to be a burn. And it's going to be bad, and you're going to lose sales because of it. So make sure you have really good control of the testers. Have them, come over, give you your note card, and you go through and put the swatch on their hand, because you do not want to have a free-for-all on your testers, ladies. That is not going to be fun. You want to make sure that you have control of that product and control of how the party is going, so that it's not like mania. That is not what you want from a party. So just kind of like make sure that you have control of the testers, let them pick a color, help them try on a color, just one color, and then go from there. As far as the things you need for a demo, I sent a list of things that you might need for a demo in your new distributor packet, but I didn't go over them in the new distributor video because I knew I was going to do this. So I want to just go through really, really quickly and talk to you about the different things that you might need for a demo. but I actually forgot my bag in the other room. Whoop. There you go. Are you okay? You okay? I will be right back because I need to go grab my bag so I can show you something. So I'll be right back. Okay. I'm so sorry, ladies. I should have had that here with me. Okay. So, I'm just going to talk. I'm going to go through this list. Demo colors for the customers to try. Testers. If you only have 3 testers and you're starting out, or 5 testers, use that at the party. Just take it. And just let them know, like, if you don't have the color they want, try on the similar color that I have. Just see how you like the product to try it out. And then we can see about getting you a similar color or the color that you think you would like. But I'm going to talk about that a little bit later because I feel very passionately about something right now, so I'm going to wait to talk about it till I can like really get on my box and tell y'all about it. But as far as testers go, when you get on and you're doing an order, if you're getting a color, just order an extra to use as a tester, and that's what you would use for your personal use to try to sell the color, and then as a tester at a party. You will want glossy gloss samples. You can buy little packets of the glossy on the website. I didn't have enough money to buy the glossy gloss samples, and when I went to go do it, they were out of stock. So I have a glossy that I use and just dip their applicator in it and give it to them that way. And you usually have to use about 2 applicators because one is never enough, especially because the gloss feels so good and they just want more of it. But that's a really good way to do it too. If you don't have the money right now to buy glossy gloss samples, just open one of your glossy tubes that you have and just have that be a tester. Oops remover. You will want to have an oops remover tester just in case they mess up. Like, you don't want to be like, So whether it's the one you use for personal or one you want to just have as a party, you want to have an oops remover tester. And I put here on your paper to make sure you always use separate applicators for each customer and that nobody double dips. That is a very big hygiene thing. I know that the Lip Sense has the SC40 alcohol in it, which keeps it bacteria free, but the gloss does not, and the oops does not. But you don't want to let people get used to double dipping anyway. Like, you don't know what they have, and you want to keep hygiene a very big part of your party. So everybody gets an applicator and there's no double dipping. If they need to go back in, they get a separate applicator. So that's why you need tester applicators, which look like, I thought I was more prepared than this. They look like this. Just a little package. I get mine on Amazon. They're super cheap and easy. They're easy to get, and there's like 50 in this little package, and it'll go a long way. So you want tester applicators. I have on here painter palettes for putting a tester of the color so they don't double dip into the tube. I just use paper plates, and I just roll the color onto the paper plate and let them dip out of that. So they only are using one tester, and they don't have to worry, or one applicator, and they don't have to worry about double dipping into anything. If you had something that was plastic, like a painter palette or like a mixing palette for your makeup or something, if you had something like that they could use, that would be great, because then the product wouldn't soak into the plate as much. But I just haven't had the money yet to buy anything really nice, like what I want to have for my parties. So there's no pressure to go out and buy this like really nice expensive thing when you've got something that you can afford and will work just as easily. And that's the thing about all this. Like, you do not want to spend loads of money to do a demo, because even if you make a bunch of money, you're not going to make enough. Like, you're not going to make as much because you spend a load of money on this party, and you don't want to do that. Just only spend what you have. You want to have cotton balls or cotton pads and some witch hazel for them to clean their lips off. A little trash can nearby, or a plate where they can put their trash on. Mirrors. I got some little travel mirrors. I ordered these on Amazon. It was like 4 for $10 or something, I don't remember. And they're just these cute little like mirrors. They have little sayings and pictures and stuff on them. I just got them on Amazon, and when you open it up, there's one that's like really, really close and one that's not as close. See? Really close, not as close. And they can just kind of pick what side that they want. And I have 8 just in case I end up having a big party, that there will be enough for everybody. But if you only plan on having small parties when you start out, only get 4 or 5 of them so that there's still enough for everyone, and then buy more as you go. But you will want to have like some little travel mirrors like that, so that each lady has their own to put on the lip sense and apply it with. Color charts for your customers to choose colors from. When I talked about that they would write their colors down on an index card and then you would put the tester on their hand, I did not have the money when I first started. I was doing my own parties. I did not have the money to go out and buy color charts and get them printed in a way that I felt would be nice and that I could use long term. So I put all of my colors on a USB and I plug it into the TV and let it cycle through like on a slideshow. And it shows them all the colors. And so they can just go through and write down the colors that they like, and then we can try them on their hand. And it's totally free. Because they even send you like a Synergist USB that you can kind of clean off everything, put it on your computer, and put the pictures of the colors you have in stock on that little USB and take it with you to the party. And then that way you don't have to spend any extra money. It's a really affordable way to do that. Make sure you have beauty books for each customer to look through, snacks and drinks. This can be supplied, like sometimes the hostess is willing to do snacks and drinks for you, but if she's not, just go get something really cheap and affordable and good and yummy and take it to the party with you. No stress about it. Like, don't spend too much money on this. You'll want to have business cards to give out, or like everything that you need to package your orders. And since I put my business card in my packaging for my orders, I would just include it in that. Order forms. I included an order form that I use in the new distributor packet that I sent. So this, I sent it to you in Word so you could go through and change it to your name, your information, your distributor number. But I made this because this is what I wanted. If you want to make your own order form, or if you want to go look on Sadie's or Kylie's or Kelsey's page to see if they have an order form that you like better, then do it and go for it. But you'll want to have order forms to be writing down people's orders that are paying in cash. If they are paying with card, whether you sign up for PayPal or Square, they will send you one of these that you can plug into the headphone jack of your phone and run their card. If they're using a card, you would have to get onto your PayPal or Square app, and then that would link it to like your invoices on the computer, so you would have a copy of it and you wouldn't need to fill out an order form. But if they're paying cash, you want to make sure that you fill out an order form so that you have paper, proof of what happened and evidence of what they ordered and what they paid, kind of a thing. You'll need to have some index cards. I just got these cute kind of colored ones at the store, and then I bought some little pens that were on sale, kind of a thing. Door prizes are totally optional, but it's a really good thing to do. You can get Neutrogena bars and have some cotton balls too, for if they just put it on, they absolutely hate the color and they want to take it off. You'll want to have a really quick, easy way for them to take it off, like a Neutrogena bar and a cotton ball. They just would get it a little wet, rub it on the bar, and it'll come right off. I also, when I went to do my party, I went to Hobby Lobby in their birthday party section, and I got 3 of these cans. And I put my testers in these and have them on the table next to me so that it's easy to see. Oh, see, and here's my USB. I just got it all in like a little bag right here. But it's easy to see the colors, and I don't have to like dig through anything to try to find the tester. Like, it's all right there. And then I have one of every color I have available in another can, so that they can see that, and if they want it, I just pull it out of the can and package it up for them, and it's ready to go. So that was a really, really easy thing for me. I just got these little cans. They were on sale at Hobby Lobby for, I think it was like $2 each, and I just went for it. So that is usually what I take to a party. If you are going to take like drinks to a party, I would make sure that the cups you use are clear so that they can drink from it and see that the lip sense doesn't come off. It's those kinds of like little things that are going to make a difference. Where you got like a clear cup and they can see that, wow, it's not coming off on my drink. They'll be like, there's that wow factor of that. But it's just a little thing that maybe they wouldn't notice otherwise. So that's just the needs list for demos that I have here. But like I said, like if you can't afford some of these, get creative and find a way around it. Like do not try to spend too much money on a demo because you don't have to. Especially when you're starting out and you're kind of on a budget and you've got an amount that you want to invest in the business. Do not blow your entire investment on doing in-home demos. Okay, so there is that. All right. Now, as far as stock for in-home parties / demos goes, stock sells better. If when you are very first starting out, you kind of are in a place where if you don't have loads of money to invest, you're doing kind of like a pre-order situation where maybe you have a tester and you're writing down their orders and you take their money and order what they want with that money instead of doing it with your own money. And that is a really, really, really amazing, smart way to start your business without having to invest loads of money right out the gate. But when you get to a place where you can invest in more stock, you need to, because stock will sell better than pre-orders. You will sell so much more. If it's right there, they can see it and they can take it home that day. Women, I think especially, are impulse buyers. So if you're going to do a party and you don't have any stock for them to take home with them, they're not going to be like as ready to jump in unless they really, really want the product. But someone who's maybe like on the fence, but it's right there, she can see it, she can touch it, and she can walk out the door with it, is more likely to buy than someone who she's kind of on the fence and she'd have to wait a week for you to get it in the mail, kind of a thing. So that makes a really, really big difference as far as stock goes. But like I said, when you're just starting out, taking pre-orders is just fine. It's a really smart way to go and to start your business. All right, so the next kind of in-home party I want to talk about just really quickly, 2 seconds, is makeover parties. It is a really, really amazing way to get sales and to recruit for your business is to do little makeover parties. These kind of have to wait until you're a little bit farther along in the company because you have to have like a set of brushes that you use only on customers. You have to have brush cleaner. And as far as brush cleaner goes, you can use the Senegen's cleaner, but not when you're using it on multiple people, because the Senegen's brush cleaner makes the brushes wet. So you would want to find a different brush cleaner that you can spray on, clean the brushes, and use on the next customer. And then you would have to have makeup testers, your foundation testers, your skincare, like normal to oily, normal to dry, oily, acne, that kind of dry, you know, those kinds of things. You want to have those skincare so they can wash their face. You can start with a clean Senegen's skincare face, which is what you want. So it will take a little bit more time in the company for you to be able to afford to do makeover parties, but when you can get there, run for it and do it, because those makeover parties will make a huge difference in your business. If you go through and you give this girl a makeover and she sees what a difference this makeup and this skincare can make on her face, as you go, everything that you use on her face, just put it in a basket. And at the end, you show her the basket and say, okay, if you had to pick, what would you take home with you today? And if she says everything, then you say, awesome. Why don't we sign you up as a distributor and you can get those things for a discount from the company and blah, 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 blah. Or if she's not interested in that, you can be like, okay, well, great. This is what I've got in stock and this is what I can send you home with today. And then I can just order the rest of it and get it to you as soon as possible. Those kinds of things. It's a really, really amazing way to get sales and to recruit people. All right. So that's in-home demos. Probably everything I have to say about in-home demos. They are really fun and very effective for sales. When people can see you, they can get to know you, they can see your personality. It's an awesome way, awesome way. I love in-home demos. So the next thing is Facebook parties. Facebook parties are really, really great for people that are long distance. You know, they're far away from you. You've got a cousin in Minnesota who wants to help your business get started and do a party for you. that kind of thing. It's very helpful to have Facebook parties. It's a very good tool. Facebook parties, I'm going to take a step back. So before you get on to do a Facebook party, you will want to sit down and have some kind of like a script for your party. You will want to know what you're going to post, how long you want the party to last, how you plan on keeping people interested in your party as it goes on. You'll want to have that all planned out before you even start the party, because you do not want to be doing parties like off the cuff. That's not the way they work, especially on Facebook. You have to make sure that you are ready and you are prepared to get these people going and staying interested in the group. When you are ready to do a party, you can do an event or a group, and then, or you can do an event and then create a group from that event, if that makes sense. There are so many different ways that you can do a Facebook party, and you just have to find the way that you feel the best about, that you're the most comfortable with. I'm on the fence about it. I can't decide which way I like best, so I usually let the hostess decide what she wants to do, and then go from there. But you will want to get on and get it all set up, whether it's an event or a group. You want to get on and get it all set up before the hostess invites her friends. If you're doing a group, you have to add somebody to the group before you can get things set up. So you can add the hostess to the group or your husband to the group, because like I talked about in the new distributor video, that's their job as cinnamon, to support you in your job and get all the notifications for all the parties you're setting up. So whether you want to add the hostess and have her get all those notifications while you're setting it up, or have your husband do it, either way, it's up to you. But you will have to add somebody if you do a group to get everything set up. But you'll want to get everything set up and then just send her a message and be like, hey girl, we're all ready for you to add your friends. Sometime during the party, whether you're, no matter what you're posting or what kind of games you're playing, you will have to do a live party. And that's not something you can really not do. And I know that going live is really scary when you're very first starting out, but if you're doing a Facebook party, you kind of have to go live. It's a really, really important part of the party. And when you go live, it's important because it lets them get to know you, see your personality, have you be there to answer their questions, kind of face to face in a way. You're there to help them. You are sharing your excitement and your love for the product, and they can see that in the live video way more than they can see that, you know, just through Facebook posts. So it's really important to do a live party. When I start, I always kind of buy 5 minutes while people are getting on, and make sure you welcome them as they're getting on. I've noticed in a group you can see people as they're getting on, but in an event, if they're not your friend, you can't see them as often. So if you're doing an event, just make sure you tell the hostess to be there right at the right time. And as her friends come on, she can be like, oh, hey, Chelsea, thanks for coming. And then you say, oh, hey, Chelsea, I'm so glad that you came. That kind of thing, like have her give you a heads up that people are getting on that you can't necessarily see. But you want to buy yourself about 5 minutes, welcome people as they come onto the video. Then I always start by introducing myself, just like the in-home parties. I introduce myself, I tell my Senna story, I talk a little bit about Senegence and the history, a brief overview of the other products that we do. You don't have the same benefits in a Facebook party as you do in an in-home party to really talk about the other products at the beginning of the video, because on Facebook Live, if people get bored, they're going to get off. They're going to leave. So you can't spend like 10 minutes talking about all the products that we have and how amazing they are, because unless there's someone who's really, really interested in it, they're just going to get off and then log back in and hope you're talking about lip sense later, which is what you don't want. You want people to be there and stay through the whole party. And so just like a little bit about the other products. Really don't overwhelm them. Just super like touch on things and let them know they can ask you any questions they have about those products after the video or during the video, whenever they want. And then you would do the same as you do in an in-home party. You tell them what lip sense is, you tell them how to apply it, you show them how to apply it, you talk to them about the price with that confidence that we talked about. Talk to them about the hostess and joining the team. And then I add a album of all the colors that I have in my stock, and I tell girls I would really love for you to go through and like or love the colors that you're the most interested in. And I do that because at this part of the party, after you have shown them how to put it on and you've talked to them about the hostess rewards or joining the team, you will want to go through and swatch the colors on your hand. But you don't want to pull every tester that you have. Unless you only have 5, you know, sure, then be like, okay, these are the 5 I have in stock, and put them on your hand. And then it's no, you know, it's no problem. But when you're getting up to like 20, 26, 30 colors, you don't want to spend an hour going through all the colors that you have. So you want to have that kind of guide where they're like, oh, I like this color, I like this color, I really love this color. And then you pull those colors before the party and swatch them on your hand. And talk to them about them, describe the colors, whether they're shimmer or matte or frost, how much you love them, what you think they'd be really pretty for, that kind of a thing. And then at the end of the video, make sure that you thank them for coming. Thank them for being there, thank them for supporting your hostess, because I tell people all the time, our job, our amazing, amazing job is not possible without these women, without them coming to our parties and being involved and participating. It's just not a thing that we can do without people. So we rely on them in a really, really big way. So that's all the tips I have about Facebook parties, really. Like, that's how I run it. Having a Facebook script is really going to help you, but you have to just sit down and kind of go through. There's like a Crystal's mock lip sense party on Sadie's Ladies page that you can go and look at, and that will help you give you an idea maybe of a different script that you would want to have. Or you can look at one of my old parties that would give you a script, or your launch party that I did with you would give you an idea of my script and how I do it, and then you can just go through and make your own script and make it what you want it to be. Facebook is probably easier when you're very first starting out, because it's not as much interaction. You aren't expected, I think, you don't have to know in your brain automatically, right off the cuff, a lot of product knowledge, because if somebody asks you a question, you can go and look it up. But if you're in an in-home party and somebody asks you a question, or they're like, hey, what color, you know, what color do you think would look best on me? If you don't have color matching down to us, you know, if you don't know what you're doing, and they come up and say, hey, what do you think would look best on me? And you're like, I have no idea, you're going to lose a sale. So there is that kind of, Facebook is a little bit easier when you're starting out, but I have found in my own experience that in-home is a lot more effective than Facebook. You are right there with them one-on-one, talking to them and encouraging them and telling them how beautiful that color looks on them, and they're actually trying on the product. And I think with Lip Sense, that is a huge thing, to try it on and see how it feels. Feel the way the gloss is. Feel that you can't even feel it on your lips. That makes a huge difference about when people want to buy it. And Lip Sense is honestly, you know, the gateway drug to everything else. So when you're doing a party, whether it's Facebook or whether it's in-home, do not leave money on the table. Do not have this girl say, okay, I'd be interested in buying this collection, you know. Don't just leave it at that. Be like, you know what, I think that you would look really, really pretty with some, I don't know, I think onyx would really help your eyes pop. Or I see that you have a smoky eye going on today, and our onyx is really amazing for smoky eyes. Or that kind of thing. Like, let her know about our other products and how they work and how amazing they are and all the different uses that you can get out of them. Don't leave that money on the table, because like I said, Lip Sense is just the gateway drug, and we have a whole other revenue system set up for us to make some good money off of amazing products, and I don't want you to waste that. Don't focus solely on Lip Sense, because there's so much more in this company. But I would also really say, and this is the box I was trying to not get on earlier, only sell what you have. If you don't have base champagne, don't take a base champagne tester to your party unless it's available online. But if base champagne is not available to order and you don't have it in your stock, do not take a base champagne tester to your party, because then you're selling someone something that they can't actually have. And then you have to run around and try to trade with somebody and try to find the color, and it is a big mess for both you and for the customer, because it turns out that you can't find it and you can't get it for them. They're going to be really disappointed, and they're not going to love you quite as much. So only sell what you have. Only sell what you know you can get. Do not be crazy. Do not go into a demo or onto a Facebook party and post all 36 colors that we have, because honestly, some of those colors are unicorns and you can't get them right now. I mean, in the next 6 months, that's probably not going to be a problem. You know, I'm really looking forward to that day when we can get on and all 36 colors are in stock and it's not a stress. But right now, only sell what you have. I feel just very strongly about that, because it's really important, because the customer gets disappointed and you get frustrated and it's a whole mess. So just be careful about that. And then I also say about parties, set goals. Set a sales goal for every party. Set a recruitment goal. You know, they tell you Joni talks about in $1 Million Lips, 1 out of every 5 ladies at a party will sign up to be a distributor. So if you're like, okay, I've got a party of 5 people, I'm going to get one of these girls to sign up and show her the benefits of being a distributor. Have that be a goal and do it and work for it, and don't scare yourself out of doing it. Don't let the fear stop you from changing that girl's life, because you're letting your insecurities your insecurities are making her lose an opportunity to change her life and change her family's life, and that's not fair. So make sure you have goals about that. Sales goals, recruitment goals, just booking goals. Like for every party, I'm going to book another party. That kind of cycle will really, really help you in your business. If you can book a party off of every party, you'll be set. And I would honestly say with your sales and recruitment and booking goals, do those monthly. Have a monthly goal, have a weekly goal, have a goal for a party, however you want to set it up, but make sure that you have goals for these, because it's really important and it will boost your business, like skyrocket your business. I don't even know how long I've been on here, but I know I've been talking a lot. But I think my very, very, very last tip, my very last minute of advice is to just have fun. Our job is fun. Our job is playing in makeup and getting to know women and having relationships and getting out of the house. And, you know, with me, I am at home with my 4-year-old and my 1-year-old almost all the time. And so having the opportunity to get out and to talk to women and to create relationships with women and visit and just have fun and have a good time and put on lipstick and share a product that I love is an amazing thing. I love this company and I love this job, and I love that I can have fun doing what I love to do, if that makes sense. Like when I was in college, I wanted to find a job that I knew I would love, because you want to feel passionate about your job and you want to wake up and want to go to work every day. And I do with this job. I love it. I do. I like, it's in my heart and I have a passion for it. So I would just really say, have fun. Have fun at your parties. Play games, get to know women, visit with people, just enjoy it. Enjoy your job, and just share the products that we have with women and let them know how amazing they are and how they can change their lives. So that's really the end. That's really all I have to say. I know it feels like a lot. I do. I feel like I talk a lot during these trainings, and I go over a lot of information, but these are all things that I wish I had known when I started. So I just wanted to, I want to share it with you so that you have it as a resource. And if you watch it and then you're getting ready to do a party and you need to come back and rewatch it and take some more notes, then do it. That's what's so nice about these live videos, is you can just go back and rewatch it as you need it, kind of a thing. But just let me know if you have any questions about anything. I'm always here to help you. I love you. I believe in you. I know that you can do this. I am excited for you. But just always let me know if you ever need anything or if you've got any questions about any of this, because I love questions and I love to help you. So I will talk to you ladies soon. I hope that you are having an amazing day. And I guess that's it. I love you. Have fun. I'll see you soon. Bye.